see in the new spawn, because we are going to take everybody's like suggestions, and we're going to try to use everything, at least one thing out of everyone's ideas to create our spawn, which is what we did before. So if someone's like, well, I don't really want to mock the whole thing up, but it'd be really cool to have a tunnel system like this, or the river, you know, you could use the river to get around spawn, or, you know, I have the idea for, you know, a library, like Optimus Prime said, I'd love to see a library there, things like that. This is where I need you guys to say your ideas or do a mock-up. If you guys all know your ideas now, we can just do this now, and we can, you know, get started on planning the new spawn. Or if you guys want time so that you can go and actually go into creative and mock it up and present it, we can postpone, we can do the rest of this meeting in like a week or so.
I like the idea of a library.
Hold on, let's just go one at a time. Okay, Jake, go ahead.
I like the idea of the library, and I could see about mocking something up.
Yeah, if you guys, well, you know, that's the easiest way we work, is if it's mocked up, because we do like to see it. If you're not able to do a mock up, but you just have an idea, feel free to say what your idea is now.
Okay.
Let's hear it. Flaming said a donation house where you can put extra stuff that you don't need that others can take instead of dumping shulkers and barrels around. I actually think that's a great idea. Sometimes if you have too many community shulkers, it gets a little confusing as where to send someone to go. We have the one in the Nether Hub. The Welcome Center had one as well. But yeah, something that's actually more official would be great. I also would love to see a lost and found. That kind of comes up quite a bit. Yeah, some kind of official lost and found where if you find someone's stuff, you can put it in this area, and then
that'd be good for me.
No, really good for you.
But yeah, because you constantly die.
Dan would use it the most.
Okay, so let's take turns. So who, and like I said, Telly's recording this so that we can definitely go through when Telly and I meet later. We can go through and make sure everyone's ideas are considered. So just take turns. So who has an idea they want to share?
Can I go?
I do.
Okay, so let's DJ, go ahead, go first.
I was thinking of an idea. Like, do you remember the Spawn 4 on AC? If anybody was there before AC updated, I was thinking of, like, when you use your /spawn, it teleports you to a sorry, I can't speak, to a specific spot, like the center point of spawn.
Okay, so what's your idea?
Like, when you use your /spawn, you get teleported to that spot.
That we had that here.
Yeah?
Yeah, it took you right to the middle of our spawn.
My other idea is to make...
Can I say mine?
Another idea is we could make the spawn a little futuristic.
Okay, will that tie... So do you have, like, a specific idea, though, to go with that? Or
no.
That's a pretty broad thought. Like, it could be a lot of things that way. So maybe if you think of ideas specific, like what could make it futuristic? Like, do you want the tunnel to look like you're warping through something, like, or you know what I mean? Like, how you have to have an actual idea to go with that, because that's a really, really broad idea.
That's what I have to come up with something.
Okay. All right. So who's next?
Can I say something next?
Can I say something?
Hold on. We have to take turns. Welcome to the call, Dusty. We're taking turns. So go ahead, Dan.
A tunnel system, like you said earlier, that was a good idea, Blue.
A TARDIS?
A tunnel system.
Oh, a tunnel system. Okay, so you guys want the tunnels back.
But maybe made better than they were.
I was going to say, if we do it, we really need to improve on it, because nobody used our tunnels last time. So I love the idea of the tunnel system. We just need to come up with a good idea. So maybe if some of you want to mock that up and, you know, come up with some ideas. I kind of like the idea of the water, where you could take boats through them and kind of, you know, go all the way around spawn. But again, this is up to you guys. It's not my ideas that are going to get made, and it's not Telly's that are going to get made. It's yours. We're just going to put them together. So, all right. So that's your idea. Who's next?
Can I go?
Hold on.
So,
I can't even tell who.
Can I say mine's really quick? So
yeah.
Okay, hold on, Void. Go ahead, Void. It's yours.
Okay, so I wanted us to leave part of the mushroom biome intact, because it is a biome and it's definitely iconic. I don't know where we put it, but DJ's idea with the futuristic buildings, since we have the buildings kind of match the theme of the area, like,
Mhm.
we leave the overworld kind of, plains in the middle so that we can have more varied buildings. But like how we have the pyramid, right? That's in the desert area and all that.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
maybe
we
we can
did
have more
tie the builds
futuristic
to that. Yeah. So how would you tie
style
future?
buildings in the mushroom area, because mushroom biomes are kind of like weird in that sense where,
Yeah. The
we
only
could use
problem, I'll tell you, we ran into that before. We actually had to take like a mushroom and make a house out of it. That's how we got it. Our welcome center was a mushroom. I don't know if you noticed that, but
Yeah.
the reason we can't have the mycelium is it spreads. So what was
Maybe
happening?
have it off the end of a desert, because therefore it can't spread.
Yeah, that's true. We could try to find an area. I just know we kept running into that problem before, that it was spreading and we'd come back the next day like it would be a
Yeah.
mess.
we won't
I
be able to
mean,
spread. Can it spread on snow
I don't
covered
know.
ground?
That's something maybe to look at. I do agree
Yeah.
with keeping a mycelium area though, because and we always remember we had, oh, I think someone killed it, but remember we had a mushroom cow that was
Yeah.
running around, yeah, forever, and that was the staple of that was like the remaining cow from the whole build, but then it died.
And it
So.
was
We could
named
put it on the
Dolphin.
border between the snow area and the desert area. That way it's kind of contained and it can't spread to the middle.
Okay, yeah. So when you guys, again, when
I could do some mock-up. I could work with people who wanted more of a different building style. I could work on a mock-up to see how we can integrate that look into the mushroom biome area.
Yep, that
And
sounds
you
good.
could have like a mushroom area, and the thing is, thinking about it, if you built it correctly, you better use it as a food source as well.
Well, you're not going to be able to break the mushrooms because then they would be gone. You can't break blocks at spawn. That's the problem.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
As
Yeah.
the mushroom island would spawn on mycelium, the mushroom cows, so that would be the food source.
Yeah, but I
You
don't think
could
you
have.
can't kill it because you can't kill the
We
cows.
could
'cause
have
they're
an auto planter sort of
Oh.
hidden in the area, like that we can have two food sources. We can have Dusty's chicken cooker, and then we can have a more plant-based one, because some people have actual Minecraft food preferences to fit their real life preferences. Like some
Right.
people don't like to eat
Yeah.
meat, so having both I think would be cool. I could try to integrate that into the style.
Blue, I have a question. Can I talk now?
Hold on. Wait, nope. There's people that have come that wanted to suggest since you've
I
already
think
suggested.
Dusty was
Yep,
one
Dusty's
of them.
next. Go for it, Dusty.
Uh,
Oh, wait, really quick, Dusty, just so you know, your I don't know when you came into the call, but I can tell you your pyramid made the cut. So
okay.
your pyramid is coming back.
At
The
some
jails are coming
point,
back.
in some point in the meeting, could you please just kind of go over, just kind of catch up on what things I missed on, or?
Well, that's what I'm kind of doing right now. So
Okay.
basically, I posted a video that shows the new Player of the Month building. You can look at that when you can. And then we also we did vote that we are going to still continue to do the idea of the multi-biome. So we're going to keep the theme. We also said the pyramid, the jails are going to for sure come back as they were, built as they were. And then we talked about adding in a new build for like a historical. Telly's map is no longer in the Player of the Month building. So the idea is we're going to have a build somewhere. Maybe it can be in one of these areas you guys are describing. And that will hold Telly's map as well as some of the history of ACO. So like a historical building. And then we also talked about possibly doing like your chicken cooker somewhere, and also redoing the post office, but making it available for 200 players, I believe, instead of the original 50 we did.
Yeah.
So definitely so that catches you up. Now
Okay.
I'm opening it up to everyone to ask, did you have something specific in mind that you would like to see built, or did you have ideas? So that's where we're at right now.
But Madrid.
Hold on. No, you've already given suggestions. I have to see if anyone else has suggestions first. So Dusty, did you have a suggestion, or were you just trying to ask a question to get caught up?
Yeah, get caught up.
Okay. So does anyone else have a build suggestion?
No, it's not a suggestion. I just want to quickly ask something about.
Okay, go for it.
It's just basically since the post office was sort of mine before. If anyone can, I just sort of control the help with do the post office with someone's help.
Yes, the post office you were in charge of the post office last time.
Yeah.
But just like last time, we definitely want to match up people. So
Yeah.
what
so
I'll do is
me.
I'm going to, at the end of the meeting, I'm going to ask that anyone that would like to participate We do not need resources gathered because you've already built your spawn once and resource gathered every single block for that. We are not requiring that this build because this was an oopsie. And so we're not building a new spawn by choice. We're building a new spawn because we have to. And so because of that, AF gave the okay to have the blocks given to you from creative. So I will get a list from each of you. Like, let's say, Ben, you head up the post office and you'll have a team. You'll have people that you're working with, and they'll provide me a list. And then Alyssa and I will be the ones, we'll just put an area that's going to have the blocks for the build, and we're going to give you guys exactly what you need. And then you will take the blocks and then build, and whatever you don't use just has to stay in there. And this is going to be on a trust system. You know, I don't want to look in someone's inventory and see, 12 stacks of white concrete that really belongs to the build. So it's really important that if we're going to give you guys the blocks for this, that, empty your inventory before you come build, and then build, and then dump the inventory back into the, the working area. So, and I trust you guys. I know you'll be fine.
I need to speak now, Blue.
Really?
So, all right. So yeah, and I'm seeing Martin, I'm seeing yours. Yeah. So do mock-ups. That's my suggestion, is do mock-ups. Today, we're just trying to get, confirmed of this is what we're going to be doing. This is the path we're going down. And then if you guys have build ideas, that's where I need you to do mock-ups. And then, like I said, in a week, we can meet again, and then you can present your ideas. The way this works, by the way, nobody does anything on their own. You can't just go into the area and start building. You can't. You will not be allowed to work on it if you do that. We do everything as a group and as a community. And that's not just for this build. That's just how ACO runs. So if you have an idea, you'll have a place to put that in the channel, and then we will, and it doesn't have to wait for the meeting. So let's say, someone has an idea, they put that in there tomorrow. If we all vote and we get the thumbs up and you get majority vote, then you can go ahead and start on it.
Okay.
But please, guys, don't make your way over to spawn and just start because it just doesn't work that way. The reason our builds are so successful and the reason we all get along while we build is because we respect each other and we respect what each other are doing, and we take into consideration everybody's ideas, and that's why this works.
Yeah.
So can I build a dirt house? No.
Well, if people agree on it,
if everyone agree, exactly. I was correcting myself.
Everyone will agree on the dirt house.
A dirt house, but we need to have. Guys, keep in mind too, though, our spawn. We're proud of our spawn. Like, we want it to, we want it to look great. Okay, Mod Killer, what's your question?
Basically, for the pyramid, this is the Luxor in Las Vegas. I'm thinking the second level of the pyramid, it would be cool to have it open like this, maybe, if we modify it.
We're not changing the pyramid. We literally just all voted on that. So
and the tunnel system, like the tunnel system. This is from the Venetian. I'm gonna post a picture of it here. Something like cool.
Yeah, that's what Charlie was saying. Literally,
yeah, like the Venetian, like Vegas. Yeah. Cut out.
Oh, cool idea. I mean, the tunnels for running through them, obviously nobody used, but maybe if we had a boat system, people would do that. It'd be kind of cool to take new players on a tour.
Yeah, like a gondola tour, like how they do.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool.
I have a question.
Okay, what's your question?
Can I be caught up about the ideas about the spawn so far?
Yeah, I'll try to really, really, really quickly recap. Basically, we agreed on we are going to do the multi-biome again. We're going to keep it similar. I'm not going to say the same, but similar. And we are going to bring back the pyramid, and we're going to bring back the jail cells. We're also going to bring back the post office, but the post office will be changed. It will be made to hold 200 players instead of the current 50 that we're at, because we just outgrew it so fast.
50.
Was it? What was it?
I think it was less.
Less than 50? Wow. You got to remember.
And then I have a suggestion.
Like 30 players. Like, we didn't have very many. What's that?
Yeah.
Blue.
So, yes.
Then I have a suggestion.
Okay, what's your suggestion?
Well, if there is a biome that matches with having a little lake, then maybe you could do a little lake and then an outhouse where you could hang out. That's cozy.
So like a fishing area, that would be great for like
Yeah.
maybe like the forest area or something like that. See, those are little unique touches that I think are so great. Like little things like that, like a dock. You could go onto the dock and fish, or have like a little cabin. We do need to. One thing I wasn't thinking of is the cozy inn. that was in the middle of our spawn. The Cozy Inn, did you guys want that? Did you guys like that build?
Yeah, I like that little house.
It was kind of another,
Yeah.
it was an important one on ACO. So if you guys all give the thumbs up, the Cozy Inn can be rebuilt.
Sure.
Yeah.
I have so many pictures of it. I could probably. Go
Yeah, I
and
have a lot
create
of pictures of it too.
I,
It was,
I have so many. I can rebuild.
I
it
ran there
block by
so
block.
many times to not die.
Yeah, I can go on creative and rebuild block by block, so we can put it back how it was if we want.
Yeah, no, I think we can get it. I literally watched that one to get made. All right, cool. So Cozy Inn will stay. I remember when Octave had a massive hotel. World Guard was fun to watch. Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh yeah, that hotel, that was
I
fun.
heard that was a mess. So, you want to go, Quenna? Do you want to say something now?
Yeah, I wanted to mention that what I wrote in the chat before that I can make a video tutorial on how to get Lightmatica and how to use it.
I was gonna do that too.
That yes, and that way we can get an exact number of items what we require for that build.
Right, and that
material
would be really helpful. So, for instance, if you guys do your mock-ups on ACC, and if you need a plot for that, let me know. We can have another ACO plot area there. So if you guys want to do your mock-ups, what they're saying is, let's say Lova, let's say you build something that gets approved. Let's say your little cabin or whatever, a little fishing area. So like you can mock that up there, and then you can use the Lightmatica to make a schematic of it, and then bring that onto ACO, and then it'll tell you exactly what you'll be able to tell me. I need exactly 82 spruce logs, and it just kind of breaks it down. So what Aquena is offering is if anyone wants to learn how to use that, that either Aquena or Dusty can make a tutorial or just work with you on it.
Yeah.
But
Or
since
both.
this came up, I need to just say this. Lightmatica is a mod that you can use, but it has some very specific instructions that go with it. You can use it on ACO, meaning you can build something on creative, take a schematic of it and bring it over to ACO to build it. But it has to be a build that you yourself made. You can follow a tutorial. You can watch a tutorial and build it from a tutorial. That is okay. But you have to, you can't go to another server, take a schematic of something that somebody else built and bring it onto ACO. So I just need to be very, very, very clear about that. If you are to use that mod, you have to use it correctly. Everyone understand that?
Basically steal.
You might want to help me with that.
Exactly. What Aquena just said. It's not. It's basically stealing. So, like I said, you can use the tutorial though. You can, like, if you're watching a tutorial and you're building it on creative from a tutorial, that's fine because it's a tutorial. Someone's teaching you how to do it. No problem with that. It's actually going somewhere else and taking someone. If you're on ACC, Nico's ship, right? And you take a schematic of it and bring it on ACO and build it, that's 100% stealing. So you can't do that.
But what if you ask that player and
Nope,
ask
not
it's not allowed even if you get the player's permission?
Exactly, because now it's giving an unfair advantage is what it's giving. You're coming into ACO with this massive, amazing build that you didn't put in the grind for it. You didn't learn, you didn't problem solve it. You didn't build it and mess up 10 times and then until you got it right. Like, that's his hard work, not your hard work. So it has to be your very own build. Like I said, you can use the tutorial though. Yeah. All right. So does anyone else have any?
I have a suggestion.
Go for it.
We have a pub.
So, in the desert, there could be like a Wild West type area, and I actually made a mock-up, and I can post that in the voice chat.
Yeah, post it. I want to see. Oh, cute! Like horses.
Yeah, like you could leave your horse there. They could drink, quote
Abby
unquote,
will
and
love that.
eat, and quote unquote.
My
And
mouse is broken.
I mean,
I'm trying to fix it.
maybe if this area is large enough, it could house like the historical area, and possibly
Actually,
the
that would be a
post
great.
office.
I think in the desert area with a Wild West theme would be actually pretty good for the historical area.
Yeah, I'd say in like the Mesa area if you're gonna put it in there, because I
Yeah,
remember you had the one in, you had the Western sort of style build in the Wither area and the hide and seek area in AC.
Yeah, I actually love the idea of that in specifically the Mesa, not even the desert, because the Mesa does have that old miney kind of look, So maybe that's an area that then you definitely want to focus on. So yeah, I think it's a great idea for a build. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the idea of having a westerny area in the mesa that we can do things like
and the mesa closer.
Yeah.
Because that is one biome that, or I don't know about the post office specifically, the post office, but at least because we don't want two big builds in one particular biome. So if we're going to do the historical area in there, and the mesa area is not that large too. So, but we never used it before. So this is a great way to get to use it, but maybe use it for just one thing. Maybe we can. Yeah, okay. So Telly's suggesting that we make a spawn plot, and I think I'll do that. So what we'll do is
Let's do that.
Yeah, on ACC later today. Today's a busy day. We have this meeting, we have the Easter event on AC, and then right after that we have Player of the Week. After Player of the Week, I will head over to ACC and I will get us a pretty large plot that we can definitely mock some of this stuff out. We don't need to mock up the entire island per se, because a lot of it is unused area, but definitely we can try to get at least in different areas like Mesa here, and then that way we can do it. Now, Dusty, you have the schematic already for the pyramid, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now, here's a very important question. Do we want to, so that we can go ahead and get started on some of this stuff for the, or is everyone okay with putting the pyramid back where it was?
Yeah,
At least having that area.
Yeah.
Okay, so that way, let's go ahead and get some of this going. Let's, we can get some of the builds going. We'll go ahead and start terraforming. So here's what I need. When you, like I said, I'm going to offer in a minute where you can sign up. I want you guys to sign up. Yes, you want to build, or yes, you want to help terraform, or you want to just help with a build. So when you say your name, when you sign up and say your name, let me know what it is you would like to do. And for some people, like for me personally, I'm not a builder. You guys know that. But I like to terraform. I can terraform. So for some of you, yes, Telly, you are signed up. For some of you, if you want to be a part of this, let's just say you want to help, but you don't really have ideas. You don't have any like build ideas. You just want to be a part of the building of Spawn 2.5. So just say that you just want to be a builder, or you want to help terraform, or you can put me anywhere you need me. Because let's say Ben is going to be building the post office, and let's say we want to put like a couple people with Ben, like 2 or 3 people with Ben. Then you can then you can go to Ben and say, "Hi, I'm here to help. What do you want me to do?" And he'll tell you. All right. So, does anyone else have ideas about the build? You guys have named some pretty good things, and Telly and I will definitely put it all in a list, so that we know we can assign people where they want to work. You're hired, Turtle. You're hired. What's your question? Why are you on fire?
He keeps annoying me.
Stop, guys. Seriously. I'm gonna have to get little gel cells for our meetings. All right. What's your question, Mod? You're down.
What's my question?
You said you had a question.
Okay. My question is that I felt like we had way too much snow personally.
Okay.
I feel a mesa there would be good. Maybe. Or
Putting the mesa where the snow area is where the post office goes.
The post office can go anywhere.
The post office can be moved. So you're proposing make where the snow area was the mesa, and make where the mesa area was the snow. That's going to give the snow. We're going to have a very, very, very small amount of snow.
We don't need the snow.
The mesa, I know, but I agree with Telly on that. The mesa is pretty bland. It's not, to take up half of our map for the mesa, it would be pretty flat. You literally wouldn't be able to see anything other than that the area is kind of brown or red.
Or yellow or green.
Or yellow. Well, but it'd be flat. And usually at the mesa, it's by layer. So like where the post office is going to go, or the Wild West area. I don't know. Again, this is up to you guys. I'm just trying to point out that's a really large area. What we can do too is maybe, Telly, can you work some map magic and maybe just change the proportions on each one? Yes. Map magic. We can do that, just so that obviously not, our 2 biggest biomes by far were the snow and the desert. So maybe we could just maybe adjust all of them and make it a little bit more even so that, there's bigger areas.
Yeah, because as long as I need to be given an area so I know how big to start making it.
Right. Well, and that's kind of my question too, is do we want to flatten this area?
I need a relatively flat area for the post office to start
We
with.
did have more plans for spawn, but we never got it. Yeah, well, like our spawn had time to grow, but we just hadn't grown yet. So we had a lot of room. If you guys are wanting to, change the size of the different biomes, totally we can do that. It doesn't have to stay how it was.
I want spawn purple.
No, can we not? I'm pretty sure I made it clear that was pretty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Could I put in a few ideas? Well, two.
Oh, what's your ideas?
First off, I'd say it'd be cool if the biomes were a bit more blended into each other, so it flowed a bit better.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of did. They weren't like literally one line. It kind of blended, but I mean, you're taking like 7 biomes and sticking them on an island, so it's a little harder to blend that. But yeah, okay. So what's your other idea?
I would say, do you mind if I do a design of the post office? And I was thinking about it then. If I did a design, Ben did a design, and we voted on which one was the better, or at least which
don't do
parts
that.
of it.
Nope, we don't ever vote on, like, we don't per se have people compete with them. What we do is we just take ideas. So like if you want to work on the post office, then I would say you and Ben work on the post office together. You guys come up with an idea together. If you're like, I just can't work with other people, then what we say is, come up with your ideas, and then Telly and I will say, okay, I like this from yours and I like this from Ben's. Let's combine them, and this is what we're going to build.
I'd love to work with Ben on it.
Okay, Ben, are you good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if there's anyone else
I don't care who works on it with me as long as they're actually on.
Yeah, exactly. So just get with each other on time, and when you can hop on ACC and work together and mock something up. So, yep. Does anyone else?
Cleared for the next month or two at least because of everything that's happening. So
yeah,
I have nothing else to.
We have so much time on our hands right now that, I mean, it'd be great to get spawn knocked out pretty quick. And I think if we work together and we all agree on ideas like fairly quickly, I think we can do that. So especially knowing you don't have to resource gather. In the post office area, could we give it more English vibe? Mesa is a bit of a Texas vibe.
Trust me, it was actually very English. I had Postman Pat.
What is it?
Literally, Postman Pat was there.
But what happened?
No, he's just asking if they could have an English vibe. You know what? You guys are building it. I don't care what happens. Like, if you want to make it look as British as possible, go for it.
Yeah.
Could we add?
We're gonna have a hoedown, aren't we, Nin?
Yeah. Could we add like instead of like a mountain, like at the very end of the mesa, instead of like a mountain type area, maybe like a I think it's called like a delta. Or it's
a delta?
Like I think it's called a delta in Minecraft still, but they might have changed it. But it was like something like that.
Do you have like a picture or example or anything like that, or?
Oh, I don't. But
that's okay.
It's like tall, thin stacks of the colored terracotta.
Okay.
And it was like a line, so it looked like water had flowed through it.
Oh, yeah. So like a valley?
Yeah.
Like a valley, yeah. So almost like the Grand Canyon kind of look is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, no, something like that would be great to show off all the different colors and stuff.
Blue, final thing for me. The mesa is very important to me. I would like it next to the desert, since mesa and desert go together.
They do, and that's how it currently is. That's why I'm saying, how about instead of us
I want it closer, like the way spot. I don't want to cross the desert to get to the mesa.
You don't want to. Okay, why? No, I mean like. You'd have to walk like 50 blocks.
Well, the thing is the mesa was rarely explored ever.
That's because there was nothing on it. That's what I'm saying. If we turn it into something, then we'll have a reason to explore it.
Well, I mean, like a big building there or something. A big building there and a path there would be nice.
That's what we're talking about. That's what Nin wants to do. Yeah. That's where we're gonna put the historical build, if I'm correct.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Good.
all right. Anyone else have any other ideas? This is what a delta looks
real.
like.
Is the library still going on or no? So I know
Yeah.
Optimus suggested it.
Yeah, Optimus suggested the library. So if somebody, and again, we don't work just one person. That's not how we do things. We work together in groups. So if you want to work, like if you think the library is a great idea, the library would be the enchanting area. Also,
Right.
we'd have anvils and everything there. So if you want to work with Optimus, get with Optimus and say, hey, let's go mock something up. And then you can, and then you guys can, come up with what you want, post the picture. When we all give the thumbs up, you're welcome to start building
Add
it.
on to my
Awesome.
original idea.
I am starting a mock-up in creative.
Okay. Of the library?
Library, yeah.
Okay, well then work with, so talk to Jakey. I think Jake is going to work with Optimus. So if the three of you would like to do that, Turtle Hugger also.
I know
So,
Matt is helping me do a mock-up as well.
okay, we'll try to work together. If we work together and all come up with what we love together, it goes that much faster than us doing just separate. That's what I would more call like Valley. And I think that's a great idea. I love that idea, Nen.
For real, can I add on to something?
Yes, go for it.
I was just gonna say, I know I really like the look of the original Spawn, but I know some players want to branch out and try different building styles on Spawn. So I was thinking, because there may just be me and a few other people who want to do a more futuristic style, but I was thinking we could put it near the edge of Spawn so that it still exists, but it's not, ruining the look of the original Spawn, because kind of looked.
What biome are you thinking? It's more, I don't know how you're going to incorporate futuristic in a particular biome. That's my only thing. So like,
biome would look good just because mushroom biome is already kind of, it's almost
its
kind
own
of in
thing.
a way, yeah.
Yeah. All
So-
right. So if we want to add in a mushroom biome, Telly, can you post a map again?
Nin had a pretty good suggestion of putting it near the edge, like where the desert is, because it's surrounded by the desert and it's self-contained. We don't have to worry about
We
mycelium
could put
spreading.
it over where, okay, so we could see where it's lime green. That's where the beach area is. We could put it over there because the beach area, well, we did do events there. We did a beach party there that we had a surfboard contest, things like that. The beach area is fun, but
Space rocket ship at the beach area, like a space launch area.
no. Okay, so here's, I'm just kidding. Sorry. I'm not
I
saying no to you.
would build that in an
Yeah,
instant.
Matt's like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. All right, so how about this? Let's do this. Telly, you and I later have a meeting. Let's let Telly and I redo this and come up with new areas. My thought is, what about not the beach area? The beach area is pretty loved. What if we took that section of the snow area
And Nin had an idea like that where
and make that the mushroom area, that snow area that kind of breaks off into its own little like broken leg looking thing.
Yeah, and Nin actually had an image in voice chat where he suggested a similar thing.
Yes, thank you, Telly. How about we make that area the mushroom area, and then it does look like a fish. How about we make that area the mushroom area, and then that way it goes into snow, which hopefully would stop the spread of mycelium. So
I still elect for a rocket ship.
snow. Well, would
rocket ship would be good in the mycelium.
What if we put snow layers on top of mycelium, that will not stop it. If we use
No,
that
you
for
can-
snow block, it will stop it.
Well,
you can, like at the edge of the snow biome, you can put like regular blocks that aren't grass and
But
put snow over.
if we use snow blocks, and not like the thin snow on top of mycelium, it will not spread.
Okay, well, okay, we can work that part out at the end. Are you guys all thumbs up? Everyone agree that this would be a good area to make the futuristic area?
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
Okay.
really, and honestly, you could do a rocket. It could be like,
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna get out of this spawn.
SpaceX.
Boy,
Um,
5,000
I
ideas.
think
Sure, let's do that.
because I honestly think this is a great idea. I'm excited about a future.
Why don't we just make a test?
I'm glad
It
you
would
guys-
probably be easier.
I
Yeah.
cannot
Well, I
find a
would love
mouse.
to help run
Guys.
that area too, because
Okay, how
futuristic
about-
thing is totally my thing. So
Okay, so how about this? Void and Mad, you two work on this area. Anyone that wants to help with them, go ahead and let
The
them know.
futuristic area?
Void, I'm
Yeah.
gonna help. Void, I'm gonna help.
I'm
Okay.
in.
But
I'm
guys,
in.
remember, just help. Like,
yeah, help.
You guys have to work together.
Well,
to
I'll make
yep,
us a joint
Charlie
spot
can
on
too.
ACC, and we can.
I'm
get
going to
working
make.
on that.
I'm going to give us a huge area, so that way you guys don't have to use your personal ones.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't have to draw it out, Telly. It's quite easy to see the fish.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it until now. Now I see it.
Hey, Blue, I have a question.
Yes.
So, is there any way that we could take like not like mycelium blocks because they spread, but like a specific block to where we can make like a layout of the actual island on a plot, and then we can put our builds in that plot?
It would be really, really, really big. So I'm gonna say no. What we can do instead is take chunks of it. So for
Yeah.
instance, if you're working on that area, measure it. Pretty soon you'll all have access to spawn again. Okay, we'll get a portal set up. You can go there. Then you'll go to your specific area and you will, take the measurements. And so when you build it, you can mock up. When you do your mock up in creative, you can throw down some blocks around it so that you know how it will look. I've thought about doing the entire spawn over in creative, but it's just too much. It's too much. So let's just take it area by area. And then in the meantime, for those of us that want to just do the terraforming, we can get started on terraforming. So later today, Telly and I will have a map to give you guys that will show you the new biomes. When you know your biome, like for instance, let's say Nin is working in the Mesa. He'll know that area is his area to work in, and then he and whoever's working with him on that, they know their area. Same thing with the futuristic, same thing with all the other areas. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And then
I
you guys
cannot find
can
spare
lock
mass
those
I have.
areas up.
For futuristic, can we have like a rocket launch, like SpaceX?
Let's save that for later discussion. That's area specific. Let's close things up first.
Today's meeting is more about just getting the larger build set and knowing what we're doing going forward. Little things like that, you know how this works, Mod. Mock it up, put it in the channel, and we'll either vote yay or nay on it. So I don't know what Ragnar's saying.
I don't know what either of those two are going on about either. Let's badly convert it.
Let me translate it.
Convert it into Google Translate because they'll butcher it just as bad as we're trying to try and pronounce it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Does anyone have any other ideas? We have to wrap this up here in just a little bit. So
yes, but then I have to speak their dialect.
So, does anyone else have any specific ideas?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have any.
Anyone have any? Sadie, do you have any ideas for spawn? Sadie is our newest member. Welcome.
Welcome.
I do not, but I think all the ideas sound really great, and I can't wait to see it.
Sweet. All right. Good. I'm excited.
Meeting adjourned.
I'm gonna point out the fact that I will.
Does anyone have any ideas that they don't want to present out loud, but they want to let me know?
I'm glad you guys like my idea.
I was gonna. I mean, I don't know if this. I
think we should add Elon Musk.
I did not see what you said, Martin. I'm sorry. Hold on, I gotta try to go back.
I'll post it again. Okay, maybe I can't post it. Can I? Where is it? Here it is.
All right, Turtle. Take care. We shall see you. I think Zary left.
Bye, Turtle. Take care.
I think we have a pretty good idea. A testimonial building for ACO. That would probably, Martin, that would be definitely incorporated in the historical one. So that would be Nin. What's that?
A Spawn 2 memorial.
Well, the memorial for Spawn 2 is legit Spawn 2.5 because we're having, the Player of the Month building, the buildings that were so important to us will be there. So we will definitely do some little sign or some sort. But yeah, so Martin M, the testimonial building would actually be the, what do you call? That would be more of the historical building, which doesn't have to be called the historical building. We'll figure out a name for it. But that would incorporate the map or maps, I will say with an S. And then it would also incorporate, we can make that the welcome center too if we wanted. It could be a welcome center / historical, so new players that spawn in, they can go and read about ACO, but also get their new player shulker and stuff like that. So that's always an idea. If not, we can do a separate new player
Love
center.
that idea. I love that idea.
Yeah, I'm just thinking if we can condense some of these builds, it might be a little nicer. This was the library I had in mind. Wow, so you're talking like a big scale library. So you're definitely gonna have to work with the group on that one, Optimus Prime. Please can we have a list of the areas because I have to leave? Yes, I will be putting all that in the channel, or Telly, one of us will be putting all of that in the channel. So it'll go through the ideas that were listed today. And this is how we did it before. We listed all the ideas, and then that way players can say, I'd like to work on this. Well, I'd like to work on that. And that's how we kind of put you guys in groups at that point. But keep in mind, guys, that the builds are usually pretty small. This is not, if you guys remember Spawn 1, this is not Spawn 1. That had massive builds everywhere. It was kind of overwhelming. I think more stuff in general.
Can we have a pub in Spawn?
No, we're not having a pub. We already have the karaoke area, so.
Oh, well, we move that to Spawn.
I think more stuff in general. So let's do maybe some parkour and some buildings and stuff. Yeah, so all the new builds we're talking about, Flaming, those are all new buildings. So we're gonna have a lot more in this spawn than we had in our last one. And if you guys want to make a parkour, something like that, that's something we can incorporate in. It'd be kind of cool to do that, and there's maybe a parkour up to the space shuttle or to the shuttle or something like that would be kind of cool.
Oh boy, I got this.
Yeah. So I'm trying to catch up on messages here. Oh, we enter the parkour for people that fall and die. That's how you get XP. Stand here for XP.
It's an XP farm.
Blue, can we have that, like, how it said no one under age of 15 allowed on the boat or whatever?
Oh, do you guys want to remake the boat? I forgot about the boat.
Well, who's good at Nico, I think?
Well, no, Dusty built that boat, but
Well, I mean, who's like the
do we
genius
want
at
to
boats?
bring back the ship? Do we want to bring back the pirate ship? A lot of new players love the pirate ship. That was one of the things they would tour and be like, "This is so cool." Then the pirate ship would be at the beach where it was before. The beach isn't changing, so.
Somebody shook the carpet around the Nether Hub.
Okay, so we'll put it back.
I don't know where it is.
As a Sea of Thieves player, I say yes. All right.
Sea of Thieves?
Let's okay, so let's all yay or nay. We're gonna put the pirate ship back.
Sure.
I say yes because
it was pretty fun. We had there was a sign. What they were referring to is there was a sign that says, what was it, like anyone under 12 must wear a life jacket or something. And it was a joke, and people would always be like, "But Blue, you have to be 15 to be here." I'm like, I know, it was a joke. Like,
what the hell?
And remember, for the longest time, we had a polar bear that wandered into there, and the polar bear was on the boat. It was so funny.
It was?
Oh yeah, I don't
Wait.
know how that happened, but it did.
Can you share a screenshot?
Actually, we do have screenshots. I'll put those in the channel. So
I want to see that.
all right. So if nobody else has any ideas, we'll just go ahead and close this part of the meeting. And I will say, let's plan to meet a week from now. And at that meeting, what we can do is kind of see where we're at. We'll get things already terraformed. Dusty will get the pyramid going. For those of you that want to help with the pyramid, let Dusty know. The gel cells will be going. So most of it, once we get the biomes split up and set better, we'll post a map so that you know what areas is what. Are we going to start a list? Yes, I'm going to do a sign up list. So I'm going to say these are the things we're doing. The historical building, which is going to be in like Cowboy Town. We'll have the futuristic, which will be in Mushroom, and then you guys can decide who wants to work where, like who wants to help with what. I just want to make sure that everyone gets an opportunity to have their idea heard and incorporated in, and then also gets to work on Spawn. It's really important to me that you guys all feel like you're part of it.
Dude, I have an idea. On top of the Player of the Month building, we should have like a big dome and lots of beacons. Like in the very center of it, on the very top.
Well, and that's another thing is we definitely need the beacons.
Well, like in the center of the Player of the Month building on top, like in the middle.
It's already there. Do you not see it? It's in there. Here, I'll post a picture. I have a picture.
Okay, I just want something like grand. Oh, well, I guess meeting's done this now.
What's that?
I guess meeting's done in game, at least.
Why is that? Did you guys all get kicked or?
Yep.
Some of them did.
Oh, okay.
And my mouse is broken, so I'm trying to fix it.
Oh, perfect time for Dan hunting season.
No, no one is to kill me right now. I'm not giving consent.
You're
I
not.
know I
giving
shouldn't be
consent?
saying this, but
that's quite funny, man.
That's kind of funny coming from you, Dan. Okay,
Funny,
Brew,
Guys, can you please not kill me?
guys, stop hitting him.
Nobody.
Oh, stop. Nope, this meeting is still going, so please don't.
Thank
fight
you.
me.
Dan season.
But it is kind of ironic coming from you, Dan.
Blue, please.
Usually it's you. I'm saying Dan.
Blue,
Dan.
on top
Once
of-
we're defending
Blue,
Dan.
on top of the building, can we have a way to get to the garden on top?
I don't. Oops, that one doesn't have the. Hold on.
Is there a way to get to the garden on top of the building? Or no.
No,
that,
Ben.
That is.
My
I don't
keyboard
know.
still
I don't think
works, so I
so.
can move.
It's not a garden like a sit and chill out garden. It's the top of the building. If Telly wants to look into that, that's up to you guys.
I had to mute just so I could say
Honey,
something.
please make a garden on top. Please, thanks.
Here we go. This is a daytime version. So yes,
It's so hot.
This so much reminds me of The Shining in the hotel. how it spans on the sides.
Pigman.
Somebody better not have hit the pigman.
God.
I'm blocking it off right now.
Who hit them?
I don't know, but I'm blocking it off.
Bad mod.
I didn't do it, but I'm just blocking it off. Let me.
All right, well, block it off. Somebody did. You guys, it's really, really important. I know the newer players don't quite know this yet, but it's so important that you
Whiskers, move over. No, Ninjago, move. Ninja, move. Just move.
What is going
I'm
on?
not even looking up.
There. I butchered them. Just block it. Okay. All right, guys. So, anyone have any last questions regarding this, or they're not sure what to do, or anything like that before we end this?
I have
Watching that.
I'm good.
I can't respawn.
Dan's mouse is broke. His mouse is broken. He just fell to his death. I find.
Does
Right.
anyone have any other questions before we end this?
Whoever
One
picks
minute,
up
I
some
did
of his
mute
stuff, put
before.
it in his barrel.
I'm about to swear, so I'm gonna mute.
Please mute yourself. Thank you. Make sure.
Dan, did you
That's
try
quite
hitting tab or
funny.
something?
I feel
How
bad
many
for
do you
Dan.
make here?
I feel bad for Dan. I don't.
If you guys can help Dan, help him.
Oh, I picked.
Oh.
Someone picked some of his stuff.
Dan,
and put
if you
it
can
in
hear me?
this-
We
in this
got his
barrel.
stuff, but I can't help him with his mouse. I just felt bad. I feel bad he died when his mouse is like this.
Can make this close.
And I say he's the one that jumped onto a fire.
Okay, we're not going to have separate announcement channels if that's what you're asking, because announcements, you guys can't talk in there. It's literally just announcements. We do have a couple projects going at once, which is going to make this a little confusing, but we have channels for the specific project. So Respawn will obviously be Spawn, and then and then the mall is the mall one. So yikes.
I don't think there is a mall one, is there?
Yeah, there is. It's called Community Mall or something like that. And for those of you that didn't already vote, Ragnar's opening up naming of the mall. So if you guys have suggestions, make sure you're putting it in there. The mall is coming. It looks so great. The mall is
Blue,
pretty
can you
much
TP to me? Can you TP me, please? Because it's hard.
TP to you or bring
No,
you back
TP
to
me.
spawn?
Yeah, can you please bring me back to spawn?
Yeah.
Thanks.
There you go.
God. It's so annoying. My mouse is broken.
Okay. So for those of you that want to continue
not
working
funny.
on the mall is pretty much done. It's only small things now. So please don't make any changes that are not needed. Just go ahead and talk to Ragnar. If you'd still like to be part of the mall build, talk to Ragnar, but don't just go make changes. That is pretty much set in stone. The mall is pretty much set. Everything's been approved and voted on at this point. So you don't go in and make changes.
And your stuff is in the chest barrel over
I
here.
have an important question.
What's that?
Are we going to are we actually going to have multiple projects in progress at this time?
We're about to have 3, which is
it's just is it going to be that we're going to be building the mall and spawn and the Nether Hub at the same time?
All at the same time, and that's not something we planned or would even remotely plan, but all three need our attention right now. So yeah, we did not expect to grow out of the Nether Hub this fast. The mall was the first one to be worked on, so the mall honestly needs to come first. But at the same time, we need our spawn and we need the Nether Hub expanded. So it's just going to be very busy. If you choose to work on spawn but don't want to work on the mall, totally fine. If you choose to work on the mall but don't really have the time for spawn, totally fine. You can also play small parts in a lot of things. So let's say you want to help with spawn, but you're only going to help with this one part. That's totally fine. You can put your attention towards the mall or the Nether Hub. The Nether Hub will be having a meeting about, I think, probably next week. So I think we're at like 92. I think
do you put a lead for that?
What's that? We're not going to have a need for the Nether Hub one. There won't be. That's going to be kind of my lead. We're not really going to have a specific one, but we are going to. I think what we're going to end up doing is legit just adding a whole nother layer. That's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to need people to work on it, but it's not going to be so much opened ideas. We're not changing the Nether Hub. We're not doing a new Nether Hub. We're just going to find a way to add more rooms, which we're probably going to end up doing a level up and a level down is my thoughts.
Blue. Why would I talk about the Nether Hub, so we don't need to do a full separate meeting about this. Whenever we update to 1.16, could we change the fire into blue fire?
We'll see we'll see. I'm not gonna worry about anything until 1.16's here. So
okay.
All right, so the Nether Hub is not specifically going to be like a big group project. We just really need to add on to what we have, but we're not changing anything. We're not doing a new Nether Hub. We're not changing the design of the Nether Hub. We're just literally going to be adding probably 2 more layers to it.
Why is there still feedback going?
I'm not sure. So, and what I'll do is I'll put up a sign up for that and say who wants to work on the Nether Hub, and then you guys will help me with the Nether Hub. It's not like I said, it's not a big community project. Like everybody bring your ideas. We're not doing that. We're not changing our Nether Hub. We're just need to expand it. So, yep. Thank you. I got lots of fish today.
Yes. The only thing that might end up being changed would probably be the staircases up, depending on.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have to adjust things, but we're not changing per se the build. So, it's not we approved this design. We just outgrew it. We're just outgrowing things so fast. So.
Yeah, it looks too good to change.
This is our home. Yeah, this is our home, and we put so much time into both. Last year we did spawn. We did the Nether, and what else did we do? We did 3 things. I can't remember. We had 3 pretty big builds last year that took the entire.
Why did you kill Superman?
Because you were standing next to it, and you keep trying to piss me off through this entire meeting.
Just stop. Seriously, Mod, stop. Or I'm gonna legit have to put you in cages during these meetings.
I've just been trying to be underneath this trapdoor, and all he does is keep coming over it.
So, all right, put me in a box. All right. So I have to go. Let you guys know we have a big event on AC in about 45 minutes. So make sure you guys put on your Easter skins. If you don't have an Easter skin and you want one, throw it into Gen. Somebody will make one for you. We have so many people on server that actually do like to do that. So. Do you guys want an Easter skin? Please put it in the channel in Gen and say, can someone please make me one? And then I will see you guys over on AC. And then
sorry, can I quickly bring something up?
Sure.
Actually, what just happened with the pigmen, I've realised how important I want to put this out. I've already created a sort of mock design outside of the entrance, but it's a simple design, which makes it so, let's say someone does hit the pigmen like they just did then. They won't better flood in from outside.
Okay, so you put that. Did you already put it in the ideas channel?
No, I'll do that. But
yeah, put it in ideas. Don't ever make any adjustments or amendments to the actual build, because it will upset all the players. Because that's just the rule. We can't do that. So if you have ideas, throw it in the channel. If everyone's like, "Oh, that's a great idea," and we give you all the thumbs up, then you can build it. So.
Yeah, I created a little frame outside to the side, so if you see it, you understand.
Yeah, so just take a picture, post it in ideas, and say, guys, what do you think of this? Explain why it will help, explain what it will do, and if everyone's like, yeah, that's a great idea, then you'll be able to do it.
Blue, can somebody make me a skin? I just want a bunny head on top for my
Just
slash.
hey, don't ask me. I can't make skins that save my life. Put it in the channel. So
Yeah, can you wake Riley up for it?
no, she'll be up in a little bit. She was up working on stuff until like 4 a.m. this morning. So
Of course she was.
and by the way, just a reminder, guys, we do have the ACO is doing a small little Easter thing tomorrow, 1 hour before karaoke. So I believe that's 1 o'clock our time, or 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just be on server an hour earlier so that you can be here for our Easter event. It's not going to be a big one, but it'll be a lot of fun.
Is this
still real fun?
That is 10 a.m. for us, and then for me, then Doctor Who dude, Disney.
Can we
Melissa.
close the meeting soon, or
Yeah, the meeting is closed. The meeting's officially done. I'm just more talking now, so.
can I close my video then?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I didn't know you were recording. Go for it.
Whoever flips this trap door again, I'm going to kill.
Ben.
Let me come back.
Ben. Mod.
Go ahead, Dusty. Just go ahead and do it.
This has been Dusty Circuit here. Thank you all for watching. This has been the I guess the first of the spawn meetings on ACO. Remember to rate, comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next content. Bye.
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 So.
Bye.